All right. Good evening, YouTube. Um, I have some updates for my wheel horse projects, and the first one being my 800 Ranger. I've been having brake issues for the last 2-3 months, maybe. Basically all spring anyway. Um, couldn't get it to stop. I would try adjusting the brakes, and not long after I put them on, the brakes wouldn't be working again. I had narrowed it down that the brake pad need changed, or the caliper. I looked at that brake pad, it doesn't need changed. I had narrowed it down to the caliper then, and I thought for sure I'd have to buy a caliper. Comes to find out, I don't. I was able to fix it, and I fixed it by watching a how-to video from one of my subscribers, and I also subscribed back to him. So I'm going to give him a shout out tonight. Oh, excuse me. Anywho, I'm going to give him a shout out tonight, and that's Daryl at Murray Mayhem. He had some very interesting how-to videos, some other videos that I found interesting, and I recommend you guys going over there, watching some of his videos, and even subscribing to his channel. I found his videos helpful, so thank you, Daryl. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm going to be trying to do some other shout outs, but I'm going to get permission to shout out to them first. So anyhow, again, Murray Mayhem, check out his videos. You can also go through my channel and find him that way. So again, thank you, Daryl. Appreciate it. And keep up the good work. Now my other projects, the RJ, I have an engine for it. It's a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton that I am getting off of one of my co-workers at AutoZone. I'm buying it off of her for $50. Seems to be in it's actually, I can't even say pretty good shape. It's in excellent shape. She said there's a new plug in it. I've got to mount a gas tank. It came with a gas tank. I still may use it, but with the gas tank, it's actually mounted on the engine, and it just doesn't fit in the space provided if it's mounted on the engine. The gear shift's in the way. So I had to unmount it, and that was a treat. The only fault I found with that engine was getting those bolts out of there. I actually broke one of my 1/2-inch sockets getting the one bolt out because it had corrosion in there. Which, and I'm not complaining. She says it ran great. So I'm going to take her word for it. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. I have other sockets. Anyhow, I'm getting off track now. Anyhow, the engine's on there. I don't have it bolted down. It's just kind of sitting out there. I got to get a little longer bolts than what were on the machine to screw down in there and then bolt down. So I should have that up and running. I'm also going to do a service change on it, I think. I can't remember if no, it does need changed. I'm going to change oil. I have oil here in the trunk of my car. I should have about a quarter quart plus the extra quart. I can always go get more. Um, and then I'm going to get some gas in it. I got to go get more gas. I just dumped what I had left in the 800 Ranger. And then after I do that, I'm going to get it up and running. And then I'm going to see about getting a belt for it. I have belts here in the shed. Oh, excuse me. And just getting one to fit. And then I'm going to see about, before I can actually take that one for a ride, I need to see what goes in the transmission. One person told me it's like a hard grease that goes in there. Or some kind of gear grease. I thought it was gear oil. So there seems to be a bit of a dispute about that. So I'm going to go do some research on the forum that I use. And I'm going to try to use some search engines. And then it's just going to be a matter of loosening everything up, because that one sat in a snowbank. Well, in the snow and in the weather, so it's kind of stiffened up. And then the only other thing is the B60. I just put the rear end in it. That was a treat. Not. I dropped that machine on my leg a couple of times trying to get the rear end in it. One person trying to put a rear end in is not fun. I should have waited till Dad come home to help me do it, and I didn't. I was being stubborn, and I paid for it for 2 days after. I should have knew better, right? Right. Anyhow, and next thing is going to be rebuilding the front end. When I got this machine, it was basically a skeleton. No front end, no rear end, no nothing. Just a shell and a steering, and the steering stuff there. The steering stuff is seized up a little bit. I can move it a wee little bit, but anyhow, I'm going to get that unseized, and then we're going to build the front end, and then I'm going to try to find an engine for it. I said I had one. Well, I did until I realized and looked that I need a side shaft for that. I should have known better when I put the transmission in, that when I looked at it the first time putting the transmission in, that I'd need a side shaft. Stupid me tried to line up a bottom shaft. Yeah, it doesn't work. So that's alright. I can get another one. I'll have to go to another guy, because I talked to the girl I work with, and she don't have nothing of the size I'm looking for. I'm looking for between an 18 to a 21 horsepower. And I know of another guy that has those size of engines and their side shaft. I just got to go look at them and see what kind of shape they're in. If they're in decent enough shape, and he's willing to give me a reasonable price on them, I might be able to work something out. I will tell you that this is the same guy I got burnt on with a starter. Yeah, I'm kind of reluctant about going to see him, but we'll see. So anyway, after I get all that, I'll give you another update. Lastly, I'm going to start trying to do a weekly vlog. So, and this is always going to be as time permits, between my two jobs. At the ambulance building and at AutoZone, I've not had a whole lot of time. With the exception of the last 2 weeks, I've had quite a bit of time to catch up on my projects. So I'm going to try to do a weekly vlog. I'm hoping I am able to do it. And I'll give you any new updates, and maybe the next time we go to town, maybe I'll take you guys with us. So, oh, excuse me again. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later.